Hi everyone. Hi Divesh. So how are you, Divesh? Hi Sarvangi. Okay, Sarvangi is also there today. Hi Sarvangi. Isha. Hi Isha, you are present. Okay. I am fine. Okay, Divesh, great. Hi Sarvangi, I am ekdam badhiya. I am all good. What about you? Good evening, Isha. A very good evening. Hi. So how are you, Sarvangi and Isha? कैसे हो बच्चों? Fine, Sarvangi. And Isha, what about you? How are you, Isha? Fine like you, Sarvangi. Okay, you should be fine like me. Hi, Venkatesh. सुपर से भी ऊपर. ओके ईशा, ठंड नहीं लग रही, आज लग रही है, बट मैंने अपने हाथ गरम कर लिए. मैंने हीटर से अपने हाथ पहले ही गरम कर लिए थे ताकि ठंड ना लगे मुझे. So hi everyone, I welcome you all to e-commerce, and this is Sheetal Chaudhary, your accounts master teacher. Hi everyone, this is Sheetal Chaudhary, your accounts master teacher, and if you are new to this channel, then please go and subscribe the channel right now. So जल्दी से जाने का चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करने का. मैम मेरे को नहीं लग रही, 3 स्वेटर डाली है. फीवर की क्या हिम्मत अब आए. वेल डन ईशा, बढ़िया. फीवर को नहीं आने देना. एनी आइडिया अबाउट बोर्ड्स? नो, नॉट येट. So, hi everyone, if you are new to this channel, then please go and subscribe the channel and do like this video and do share this video. आशना, अगर धीरे बोलूंगी तो आपको सुनाई नहीं देगा. So, I have to speak loudly too, so that you guys can listen to me properly. So guys, go and like this video and also do share this video with all of your friends. तो जल्दी से जाने का, वीडियो लाइक करने का and share करने का. And guys, if you have not joined the Telegram group, अगर अभी तक आपने टेलीग्राम ग्रुप ज्वाइन नहीं किया, then you are missing the PDF, you are missing the notes. तो अगर आपको रिवीजन करनी होगी तो कहां से करोगे रिवीजन? So go and join this Telegram group right now so that you do not miss any note. Already subscribed and joined. Well done, Isha. So I hope that all of you have liked this video and shared this with all of your friends. Now, all of you want to score good marks in the board exam, and everyone want to make their parents feel proud. So yes, we have something for you by which you can score good marks and you can make your parents feel proud. So here is Vedantu Pro Subscription. We want 100 and 100, and by getting this pro subscription, you can easily get 100 out of 100. Hi, Salvina. So guys, if you want 100 out of 100 or if you want good mark, then this is the right thing that you can get. So jaldi se jao and take your pro subscription, in which you will get more than 5,000 hours of online teaching. There will be regular test. We will conduct regular tests. We will give you assignments regularly so that you can practice well. I just found out that I scored 87 out of 100. Right now, it's good that you are scoring 87 out of 100. If you are scoring between 80 to 100 right now, you can easily score 95 in the boards. You can easily cross 95 in the boards, easily. So 87 is such a nice score right now. Hi Ashna. ठंडी है कॉफी पी लो, बट ये कॉफी मेरे हाथ में नहीं आ रही. I want to take this coffee. So, also there will be continuous review of your areas of improvement. There will be teachers who will continuously tell you that you don't have to waste time on this chapter. This is not that important. Teachers आपको continuously बताएंगे कि कौन सा chapter important है और कौन सा chapter important नहीं है. कौन से chapter में time देना है, कौन से chapter में time नहीं देना. So there will be 20 plus teachers for your help. Also, there are options for English and Hindi. You can take sessions in English or Hindi, whichever language you like. And last but not the least, we have different type of courses as per your demand. अगर आपको सिर्फ एक chapter करना है, go and take the micro course. If you want to do only one chapter, you can take the micro course. And if you want to do the syllabus from starting, then you can take the crash course. So this is all about Pro Subscription. So go and get your Pro Subscription right now at flat 20% off only for 2799. So guys, go and get your Pro Subscription right now at flat 20% off by using my code SCPRO. So use my code and take your Pro Subscription right now for scoring good marks in the boards. Sounds cool. It is also cool. सलबीना मैम के हैंड में नहीं आई तो कहाँ गई, पता नहीं किधर गई चाय. सलबीना ने ले ली मेरे ख्याल से रास्ते में से. Okay, Ashna, we will wait for you. मैम मैंने आज कर दिया कंप्लीट डिसोल्यूशन ऑल क्वेश्चन. वेल डन. मार डाला सभी क्वेश्चन को आपके आशीर्वाद से. वेल डन ईशा, ग्रेट. कीप इट अप. So as you all know, this is class 12th accountancy session and today we are going to do the financial statement for NPO. The chapter name is NPO, not for profit organization. सलमीना आपने रास्ते में से ले ली ना, आपने मेरे तक आने ही नहीं दिया कॉफी को. आप पी गए ना रास्ते में उसे. ओके, कल NPO की टर्न है. सलमीना अकेले अकेले पी गई. Yes. So now the topic is books of account. Today we will learn about the books of account, that what is the meaning of receipt and payment account, income and expenditure account and balance sheet. And what is the format of receipt and payment account, income and expenditure account and balance sheet. So आज हम पढ़ेंगे books of account that is prepared by NPO. Books of account prepared by NPO. Hi Muskan and Gunjan. So let's see कि आज की क्लास में हम लोग क्या करने वाले हैं. What topics we will cover today. The first topic is meaning of receipt and payment account. Hi Vivek. ये bottles नहीं खोलनी यहाँ पे. So meaning of receipt and payment account. Then format of receipt and payment account. Then income and expenditure account का meaning. Hi Rohan. then format of income and expenditure account, then meaning and format of balance sheet. So today we will cover meaning and format of receipt and payment account, meaning and format of income and expenditure account, and meaning and format of balance sheet. The weightage of this chapter is 10 marks. The weightage of this chapter is 10 marks and this is very important chapter. क्यों नहीं कर पाओगे आज क्लास विवेक? तुसी क्यों जा रहे हो? तुसी हमें छोड़ के जा रहे हो? Virender is also going. Why? कहाँ चल दिए बच्चों धोखा देके? So let's start this session. Let's begin this session, guys. चलो start करते हैं और चलते हैं चैप्टर की तरफ. चलते हैं चैप्टर की तरफ. शॉप पे जाना है क्या? शॉप मैम? Yes, सर्वांगी. I am here only. Okay, I know. You are always there with me. Isha is also there. Isha, Salbina, Divesh. You guys are always there in my session. शॉप पे हूँ विवेक. ओके, तो आप रिकॉर्डेड सेशन देख लेना. नो इश्यूज, रिकॉर्डेड सेशन देख लेना. So, the first thing that we are going to do is, yes Isha, I know बच्चा. So, पहली चीज हम करेंगे. The first thing is meaning of receipt and payment account. What is the meaning of receipt and payment account? Yes, Divesh, well done. So, what is receipt and payment account? It is an account. It is an account that show the summary of all cash and bank transaction. It is a summary of cash book. Receipt and payment account is a summary, is a short form of cash book. We record all the cash and bank transaction in the receipt and payment account. पूरे साल में जो भी कैश और बैंकिंग ट्रांजैक्शंस हुई है वो सारी आप रिकॉर्ड करोगे रिसिप्ट एंड पेमेंट अकाउंट में. So it is an account that show the summary of all cash and bank transaction occur during an accounting period. Yes, 1st April to 31st March. Now, in this receipt and payment account, we also have opening balance and closing balance. In this receipt and payment account, we also have opening balance and closing balance. So, it starts with the opening balances of cash and bank. Receipt and payment account starts with the opening balance of cash and bank and it ends with the closing balance of cash and bank. It starts with the opening balance of cash and bank and it ends with the closing balance of cash and bank. तो शुरू भी किससे होगा? कैश और बैंक के बैलेंस से और खत्म भी किससे होगा? कैश और बैंक के बैलेंस पे. थर्ड, this is a real account. This is a real account. Well done, Divesh. It does not differentiate between the receipts and payment whether there are. Yes, Rohan, well done. So, receipt and payment account is a real account. It is a real account and it prepares, it lays the basis for preparation of income and expenditure account and balance sheet. It prepares the basis for income and expenditure account and balance sheet. Or you can say that it helps in the preparation of income and expenditure account and balance sheet. So, receipt and payment account is a real account On the debit side, we record all the receipt, what comes in debit and what goes out credit. So on the debit side, we record all the receipt, and on the credit side, we record all the payment. Debit side, we record all the receipt. Credit side, we record all the payment, because this is real account. This is real account. So tell me, is this clear to everyone? Is this clear to my students? Yes or no? Yes, Divesh. Vedanta, clear, Isha. So now coming on to the format of receipt and payment account. How to prepare the receipt and payment account. So before this, let me tell you one thing. So receipt and payment account. First, it is a real account. Debit all the receipt, credit all the income. Second important point of receipt and payment account is it records all the transactions. It records all the cash transactions, whether it is capital or revenue, whether it is of capital nature or revenue nature. हम रिसिप्ट एंड पेमेंट अकाउंट में सारी ट्रांजैक्शंस रिकॉर्ड करते हैं. यू विल रिकॉर्ड ऑल द रिसिप्ट एंड ऑल द पेमेंट, whether they are of capital nature and whether they are of revenue nature. Receipt and payment account में it does not matter that whether the receipt or payment is capital or revenue. You will record both the income, both the receipt and payment. So in the receipt and payment account, we record all the receipt and all the payment irrespective of the fact that whether it is capital or revenue. Third, also it does not matter. Also it does not matter that to which accounting period they belongs to. So also it does not matter that to which accounting period it belongs to. We will record each receipt and each payment, whether it is of current year, whether it is of previous year, whether it is of next year. You will record each receipt and each payment. It does not matter that to which accounting period it belongs to. Accounting period does not matter in the receipt and payment account. We will record each income, each receipt and each payment. So the time period also does not matter in the receipt and payment account. Hi Rahul. And these are the 3 points. Coming on to the fourth point. Coming to the fourth point. It do not record non-cash transaction because it is a summary of cash transaction. So it do not record non-cash transaction. It do not record non-cash transaction like depreciation. It do not record non-cash transaction like depreciation. Thank you, Ashna. It's just because you are listening carefully. And the last point it follow the cash basis of accounting. It follow the cash basis of accounting. So receipt and payment account follow the cash basis of accounting. So these are some important points regarding the receipt and payment account. So now coming on to the format of receipt and payment account. As I have told you, it records each receipt and each payment, whether it is capital or revenue, it does not matter. It records each receipt and payment. It does not matter that to which accounting period it belongs to. Yes, Divesh, well done. So this is the format of receipt and payment account. This is the format of receipt and payment account. It will start with the opening balance of cash and bank. It will start with the opening balance of cash and bank. So two balance brought down, cash in hand and cash at bank. Then on the debit side, on the left hand side, we will record the receipt, the money received, and on the credit side, we will record the payment, the money paid. So debit side what comes in, credit side what goes out. So जो भी पैसा आएगा वो डेबिट साइड रिकॉर्ड करेंगे, जो भी पैसा जाएगा वो क्रेडिट साइड रिकॉर्ड करेंगे. So subscription, the NPO receives a subscription. Hi Vivek, आप वापस आ गए, welcome. So NPO receives a subscription. It is a receipt. You will record on the debit side for previous year, for current year, for next year. So all the subscriptions will be recorded in the receipt and payment account. Then general donation received. Donation received will be recorded on the debit side. General donation, specific donation, both the donation will be recorded on the debit side. जो भी donation receive हुई है, it will be recorded on the debit side. Whether it is general donation or it is specific donation, दोनों ही donation record होंगी on the debit side. Because in the receipt and payment account, it does not matter that whether it is capital nature or whether it is of revenue nature. Then on the credit side, you will record the opening balance in case the bank balance is overdraft. Sometimes the opening bank balance is the overdraft balance. कभी कभी जो स्टार्टिंग में बैंक का बैलेंस गिवन होता है वो ओवरड्राफ्ट बैलेंस गिवन हो सकता है. समटाइम द ओपनिंग बैंक बैलेंस इज द क्रेडिट बैंक बैलेंस. तो अगर ओपनिंग बैलेंस ओवरड्राफ्ट है, बैंक ओवरड्राफ्ट है, देन यू विल रिकॉर्ड ऑन द क्रेडिट साइड बाय बैलेंस ब्रॉट डाउन. Cash in hand will always have a debit balance. Cash in hand will always have debit balance. So, let's make a working note. Opening balance. Opening balance, cash will always have debit balance. Cash will always have debit balance. You will always write to balance BD. But bank balance, it can be debit or credit. बैंक का opening balance, bank opening balance may be debit or may be credit. So if it is debit, you will write on the debit side to balance brought down. But if the opening bank balance is credit, then you will write on the credit side by balance BD. So अगर डेबिट है तो डेबिट साइड, क्रेडिट है तो क्रेडिट साइड. सब्सक्रिप्शन अकाउंट अभी नहीं हुआ यश, अभी वी आर डूइंग बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट. Then on the credit side, you will record all the payment made by salary, by rent, by postage expense, by advertisement expense, by newspaper, magazine, etc. Any payment made will be recorded on the credit side. So जो भी पैसा मिला वो डेबिट साइड, जो भी पैसा पे किया बाहर गया वो क्रेडिट साइड. All the receipt on the debit side, all the payment on the credit side. This is your receipt and payment account. And at the end we will calculate the closing balance. At the end we will calculate the closing balance of cash and bank. At the end, we will calculate the by balance CD, closing balance of cash and bank. By balance CD matlab by balance carried down. So it starts with the opening balance of cash and bank and it ends with the closing balance of cash and bank. This is your receipt and payment account. On debit side, we will record all the receipt and on the credit side, we will record all the payment. Is this clear to everyone? Format of receipt and payment account. Is this clear to you guys? Hi Shweta. So shall I give you a good news? आपको एक गुड न्यूज दूं क्या? Yes, सर्वांगी. तो किस किस को गुड न्यूज चाहिए? Thank you so much, सर्वांगी. Yes. So the good news is that tomorrow we have Menti quiz for class 12th accounts. Tomorrow we have Menti quiz for class 12th accounts. कल आपकी Menti quiz है बच्चों. Yes, tomorrow we have Menti quiz for you. मजा आएगा कल हम क्विज खेलेंगे, गेम खेलेंगे. So we will have quiz for first book. We will have quiz for first book partnership. Yes, the timings will be same 6 p.m. So stay tuned for tomorrow's session, guys. देखते हैं कौन कल फर्स्ट आएगा. Now coming on to the income and expenditure account. Now coming on to the income and expenditure account. So do inform your friends also that tomorrow we are going to play a quiz. So अपने friends को भी बताना है, okay? So now coming on to the meaning of income and expenditure account. What is the meaning of this account? So the income and expenditure account, it is like profit and loss account of an enterprise or business. In class 11th, we have prepared P&L account in financial statement. हमने class 11th में क्या बनाया था? P&L account, trading account in the financial statement. So income and expenditure account is just like the P&L account, profit and loss account. Now the main thing, the main point, it show all the revenue income and revenue expenses. It record all the revenue income and revenue expenses incurred during an accounting period. So note my words, guys. income and expenditure account. Income and expenditure account only records revenue income. It only records revenue income and revenue expenses. We do not record capital income and capital expenses in the income and expenditure account. Okay, Sarvangi. In this case, both cash as well as credit transactions are recorded. Yes, Albina. So, in the income and expenditure account, you will not record any capital income or capital expenditure. We will only record the revenue income and revenue expenses in the income and expenditure account. And the second point, it only record income and expenses of current year. It only record income and expenses of current year. सिर्फ करंट ईयर की इनकम और करंट ईयर के खर्चे ही रिकॉर्ड करने हैं in the income and expenditure account. You will not record any other accounting period income or expense. ना तो प्रीवियस ईयर की इनकम या एक्सपेंस रिकॉर्ड करना, ना ही नेक्स्ट ईयर का रिकॉर्ड करना. We will only record the income and expenses of current accounting period in the income and expenditure account. Yes, Divesh. So these are two very important points. Coming on to the third point. Third point is it follow the accrual basis of accounting. It follow the accrual basis of accounting. It follows the accrual basis of accounting, and therefore all the adjustments are made in this account. All the adjustments are made. We will record all the adjustment in the income and expenditure account because it follow the accrual basis of accounting. So it can be asked in the quiz or MCQ that income and expenditure account follow the cash basis or accrual basis. So you should know that receipt and payment account follow cash basis of accounting and income and expenditure account follow the accrual basis of accounting. Yes, an accrual basis का मतलब क्या होता है कि इनकम चाहे रिसीव हुई या नहीं हुई आप उसको रिकॉर्ड करोगे. खर्चा चाहे पे हुआ या नहीं हुआ आप उसको रिकॉर्ड करोगे. Income received or not, you will record it. Expense paid or not paid, you will record it. So this is income and expenditure account. It is similar to the P&L account. We will only record the revenue income and revenue expenses of current accounting period, and it follow the accrual basis of accounting. So it is prepared at the end of the accounting period on accrual basis of accounting. It is prepared at the end of the year on accrual basis of accounting. Last, it determines the result of the organization operation. It will tell you the result of the organization, that whether it is surplus or whether it is deficit. In the NPO, we do not call it profit or loss. यहाँ पे प्रॉफिट और लॉस नहीं बोलना, गलती हो जाएगी. प्रॉफिट और लॉस नहीं बोलना. It is wrong. We will call it here surplus or deficit. Yes, Divesh. So, it determines the result of the organization, that whether it is surplus or deficit. And it has two sides. The income and expenditure account has two sides, namely debit and credit side. Namely debit and credit side. So there are two sides in the income and expenditure account, debit side and credit side. All the income are recorded on the credit side. All income and gains are credited because this account is nominal account. Income and expenditure account is nominal account. So all expenses and losses are recorded on the debit side. All income and gain are recorded on the credit side. Income and expenditure is nominal account. All expenses and losses will be recorded on the debit side. All income and gain will be recorded on the credit side. So this is income and expenditure account. Now, at the end of the year, we will compare the debit side with the credit side. We will compare both the side at the end of the year. At the end, we will compare both the sides. So, if the credit side is more than the debit side, अगर credit side ज़्यादा है debit side से, if credit side is more than the debit side, then it is surplus. अगर credit side is more than the debit side, then it is surplus. Shipra, it is NPO chapter, bachcha. It is class 12th, not class 11. Financial statement is in class 11. This is class 12th session. So, in the income and expenditure account, if credit side is more than the debit side, it is known as surplus. And if debit side is more than the credit side, then it is known as a deficit. So, if credit side is more, then surplus. If debit side is more, then deficit. So, here we call it surplus or deficit. We will not call it profit or loss. And what will be the treatment of this surplus or deficit? What we will do with the surplus, with the deficit? So, surplus or deficit, as the case may be, whichever is there, surplus or deficit. Surplus is added to the capital fund. Surplus is added to the capital fund. And deficit is subtracted from the capital fund. So, if the income and expenditure account shows surplus, it will be added to the capital fund in balance sheet. It will be added to the capital fund in balance sheet, but if it is deficit, it will be subtracted from the capital fund in the balance sheet. So, this is all about income and expenditure account. We record revenue, income and expenses of current accounting period. It is a nominal account. All the expenses and losses are debited. All the income and gain are credited. If credit side is more, then surplus. If debit side is more, then deficit. Surplus is added to capital fund and deficit is subtracted from capital fund. Yes, in balance sheet. So now coming on to the format of balance sheet. We have told you this, that all revenue expenses for current year are recording only, and income side, we have to record all the income for current period only. So we have already covered the last 2 points, that we have to cover the revenue. We have to record the revenue expenses of current year, revenue income of current period. Thank you, Divesh. Thank you so much. Subrajyoti, please reduce the volume of your device. If it is too loud, then please reduce the volume. So now coming on to the format of income and expenditure account. अब चलते हैं format की तरफ, that how to prepare the income and expenditure account. So it is nominal account. It is nominal account. On the debit side, we will record the expenditure. All expenses and losses are debit. All income and gain are credited. So expenditure will be recorded on the debit side. Income will be recorded on the credit side. So as you can see, on the debit side, we have recorded all the expenses. This outstanding part I will tell you in next class. So, to salary, to rent, insurance premium, audit fee, printing and stationery, honorarium, telephone expense, repair, depreciation, loss on sale of fixed asset, sports material used. All of these are expenses. All of these are expenses. So all the expenses will be recorded on the debit side. सारे के सारे खर्चे, but only revenue expenses. Only revenue expenses will be recorded in the income and expenditure account on the debit side. Then all the income, all the revenue income or revenue receipt will be recorded on the credit side by subscription, by entrance fees, by general expenses. No, it will be general income, guys. By general donation. By general donation, by legacy donation, by sale of old newspaper, by rent, all the income will be recorded on the credit side. Subrajyoti, you will record all the expenses on the debit side. जितने भी खर्चे हैं, all the payment made will be recorded on the debit side. But you will only record the revenue expenses. You will not record the capital expenses. And all the income, all the revenue income or revenue receipt will be recorded on the credit side. All the revenue income or revenue receipt will be recorded on the credit side. And then at the end of the accounting period, you will compare the total of debit with the total of credit. हम क्या करेंगे? We will compare both the side. If credit side is more than the debit side, if credit side is more than the debit side, then there will be surplus. Then there will be surplus, to surplus, if income is more than expenditure. But if debit side is more than the credit side, then it will be deficit. By deficit, if expenditure is more than income. Otherwise, in deficit. Yes, Gayatri. So at the end, either there will be surplus in the account or it will be deficit. If it is surplus, it will be added to the capital fund. And if it is deficit, it will be subtracted from the capital fund. So this is your income and expenditure account. All expenditure will be recorded on the debit side. All expenses will be recorded on the debit side. And all income and gain will be recorded on the credit side. Now tell me, is this account clear to everyone? Yes, we will transfer surplus or deficit to balance sheet, to capital fund. Is this clear to everyone? Yes, Divesh. Yes, Vivek. Yes, Isha. Clear. Okay. So now coming on to the balance sheet. Now coming on to the last book, that is balance sheet. Clear. Super Sebi. Great, Isha. So now balance sheet. So what is balance sheet? Balance sheet so we have already covered in partnership. So in this, the balance sheet will be same as the partnership. The balance sheet will be same as the partnership. जैसे partnership में बनाते थे, it will be same. So it is a statement that reveals the financial position of the organization. It is a statement that shows the financial position of the organization. And balance sheet में क्या होता है? It shows the asset, liability and capital fund. Balance sheet show the asset, liability and capital fund also, Divesh. It show asset, liability and capital fund. It is prepared in the same manner as that for business firm. It is prepared in the same manner, T-shape format. It is prepared in the same manner, T-shape format as we were preparing in the partnership. So यहाँ पर भी balance sheet क्या बनेगी? Same बनेगी. It is prepared after income and expenditure account. Before income and expenditure account, we cannot prepare the balance sheet. So it is prepared after the income and expenditure account. Now, we have already discussed this. Any surplus or deficit in the income and expenditure account is transferred to the capital fund. If there is any surplus or deficit, it is transferred to the capital fund. And how you will calculate the capital fund? What is capital fund? So, total asset minus total liability. Total assets minus total liability will be equal to capital fund. Nahi, Salbina, the format is same. Bacha, the format is same. On the left hand side, we record asset. On the right hand side, we record liability. The format is same. The items may be different. Item different हो सकते हैं, लेकिन I am talking about format. Format is same na, T-shape format. So, any surplus or deficit in the income and expenditure account is transferred to capital fund. And how you calculate capital fund? Total assets minus total liability is equal to capital fund. Total asset minus total liability is equal to capital fund. Now coming on to the format of opening balance sheet. What is this opening balance sheet? क्या है ये opening balance sheet? So sometimes the opening capital fund is not given. कभी कभार हमें opening capital fund given नहीं होता. So to find out the capital fund, to find out the opening capital fund, we prepare the opening balance sheet. To find out the opening capital fund, we prepare the opening balance sheet. And this is the format of opening balance sheet. As you can see that the format is the same. The format is same. Asset on the left hand side, on the debit side. asset on the debit side, left hand side, and liabilities on the right hand side, credit side. All the assets will be recorded on the debit side, all the liabilities will be recorded on the credit side. So asset side, opening balance of cash. Then outstanding subscription. Subscription is your income. Subscription is income for the NPO. So outstanding income is an asset. Outstanding subscription, outstanding income is asset. So outstanding subscription, outstanding income, you will record on the asset side. Then assets of the previous year and prepaid expenses if any. अगर कोई भी prepaid expense है, prepaid expense is also an asset. So we will record all the asset and all the liability. We will record all the liability. We will record all the expenses and all the liabilities on the liability side. Yes, all the capital expenditure and capital receipt are recorded in the balance sheet. So outstanding liability, any liability that is outstanding. Advance subscription, any income received in advance, any subscription received in advance is a liability. अगर आपने कोई भी subscription advance में receive करी है, कोई भी income advance में receive करी है, it is advance income, it is liability. So advance subscription, advance income, and then creditor. All the asset on the debit side, all the liability on the credit side. And then you will subtract the total liability from total asset. We will subtract the total liability from the total asset. And the balancing figure will be capital fund balancing figure. The difference between the both side will be capital fund. दोनों के बीच में difference क्या होगा? Capital fund. Is this clear to you? Opening balance sheet. Capital fund is equal to total assets minus total liability. Is this clear? Divesh. What about others? Isha. Clear? Clear, Salbina? So now coming on to the balance sheet format. Balance sheet format. So this is the balance sheet format. This is same as the opening balance sheet. This is same as the opening balance sheet. On the asset side, you will record all the assets. You will record all the asset, fixed asset, stock, accrued income, outstanding income, prepaid expenses, investment, cash at bank. And on the liability side, you will record all the liabilities. So in the capital fund, you will add surplus and you will subtract deficit. You will subtract deficit. And if there is life membership fees, it will also be added to the capital fund. What is life membership fees? The person who want to become the member for whole of their life, वो लोग जिन्हें जिंदगी भर के लिए मेंबर बनना होता है, they pay the subscription for life at once. वो एक बार में ही अपनी पूरी लाइफ का सब्सक्रिप्शन पे कर देते हैं. That is known as life membership fees. So it is also added to the capital fund. So in capital fund, you will add surplus, subtract deficit, and you will add the life membership fees. Then all the capital receipt will be recorded on the credit side. For example, specific donation, grant received for specific purpose, legacy, endowment fund, entrance. All the capital receipt will be recorded on the liability side. So revenue receipt are recorded in the income and expenditure account. Revenue receipt are recorded in the income and expenditure account, and capital receipt are recorded in balance sheet liability side. Then funds will be recorded on the liability side. We will come to the treatment of fund later, and any other current liability will be recorded on the liability side. So all the liability on the liability side, left hand side, all the assets on the right hand side. And then you will close this and the total will be equal. Total क्या होगा? Equal होगा. So let's make a working note quickly. Expenditure are of two type. Capital expenditure and revenue expenditure. Capital expenditure like purchase of machinery, purchase of asset, they are recorded in balance sheet. On the asset side, capital expenditure are recorded in balance sheet asset side, and revenue expenditure are recorded in income and expenditure account debit side. They are recorded in the income and expenditure account debit side. Then coming on to receipt, we have two type of receipt: capital receipt and revenue receipt. So capital receipt are recorded in balance sheet liability side. Capital receipt are recorded in balance sheet liability side, and revenue receipt are recorded in income and expenditure account credit side. So this will make you easy to record the receipt and expenditure. So note this down for your help, or otherwise take the screenshots, guys, because zamana screenshots ka hai. So you can take the screenshot right now and you can note it down later. So capital expenditure and capital receipt are recorded in the balance sheet. Revenue expenditure and revenue receipt are recorded in the income and expenditure account. Is this clear to everyone? Likh liya, Isha. So is this clear to you guys? Yes. So now this is it for today. That's it for today. So thank you everyone for watching this session. I hope that you guys like this session. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Do like this video and do share this video with your friends, and tell your friends that tomorrow we have Menti quiz. Tomorrow we have Menti quiz. Okay, so bring your friends so that we have healthy competition tomorrow. So guys, do like this video, do share this video, and if you are new to this channel, then do subscribe the channel. And if you have not joined the Telegram group, then go and join it right now for all the notes in the PDF form. Yes, only theory questions honge. And if you want to attend more such classes, if you want to score good marks, then you can take the Vedantu Commerce Pro subscription only for 2799, because right now we are giving you flat 20% off. And for this, you can use my code SCPRO. So guys, go and take your Pro subscription right now at flat 20% off by using my code SCPRO. Now see you all in the next session. Till then, take care. Good night. Have sweet dreams. Bye bye guys. Bye bye everyone. See you all tomorrow with Menti quiz. Till then, good night. Have sweet dreams and take care. Bye everyone.